Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to Brewing with Magic. Well, today's deck is blistering fast, has tons of value, and can hold its own against almost every single deck in the meta that I can think of. Goblins, it destroys. Boros Aggro, Mono White Mirror Match. The Mono Green deck, it definitely holds its own with. It's way too fast for most control decks. It's way too fast for Is It Dragons? You're gonna want to see this deck. But before I get into that, I do want to remind you when we hit 500 subscribers, we're going to be giving away all kinds of fun stuff, and you're only eligible for those prizes if you're a subscriber. So check the description down below to find out what I'm talking about. Rate, review, smash that subscribe button. Already a subscriber, thank you very much for being a member of the Brew Crew. We appreciate you. Also, please check down below for our Twitter, our Discord, and share this on social media. Okay, well, the name I've given this deck is actually longer than most of the games take. Mono White 2022 Double Spell Aggro. And that tells you exactly what the deck does, and it does all of that. So, first off, we have our early game double spell payoff cards. So we have 4 copies of Code Spell Cleric. So when it comes into the battlefield, if it's the second spell you cast this turn, put a +1/+1 on target, any target creature. It doesn't have to be itself. There's a lot of cases where you kind of want to do that to distribute your counters. Monk of the Open Hand. I mean, you don't need flower power with this. You can just run this. 1 white for a 1/1 elf monk, Flurry of Blows. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Monk of the Open Hand. And then we have 4 copies of Clarion Spirit. You know what this one does. So a lot of value by throwing 2 spells a turn. Now our enablers are pretty much, in my opinion, at least on turn 2, going to be another one of our 1-drops. And or we have 4 copies of Paladin class, 4 copies of Portable Hole, and 4 copies of Usher of the Fallen. So you can throw, there's a lot of different sequencing, so you got to get used to this deck. You definitely can throw Paladin class turn 1, Usher of the Fallen on turn 1, Monk of the Open Hand on turn 1. From there, you don't really want to throw anything else turn 1. If you have a Code Spell Cleric in your hand and say a Paladin class, Code Spell Cleric and Portable Hole, something like that, or maybe even the Usher, if you don't have a turn 2 double spell you can do, then you're going to want to not play anything on turn 1. You definitely want to take advantage of some of these cards. So just be careful. There's a lot of times where you do want to play something on turn 1, but there are hands where you don't, even if you can, and you want to pass to turn 2. So just keep that in mind. Against certain decks, I like to just throw out the Usher on turn 1, and if they don't look like they're going to be throwing anything, just start making those tokens and keeping all those resources in your hand until you need to do something, and just take advantage of the cards you have on the board so that you're not overextending and running into anything. And then the 4 Portable Holes are there because really, if they go big on us, they're probably dead by then, or we can go wide on them. We just need to shut down their early game cards. So against, the Mirror Match, you're shutting down any of these cards you don't like, especially their Paladin class or one of their double spell enablers. Against Mono Green, bye-bye Werewolf Pack Leader, get out of here. This does a lot for our deck. 4 of them, because like I said, we're trying to just keep the board under control early game. Then we have our pesky spells coming up in 2 different classes here. So this is kind of our removal class. But over here we have 4 copies of Luminarch Aspirant. It's a beast of a card. I highly suggest you put the tokens on your other cards, not the Luminarch Aspirant, since there is no Heartless Act anymore. If they can kill it, they're probably going to kill it. Don't attack with it. Keep putting tokens on other cards, getting them bigger and bigger. That way they take out your Luminarch Aspirant. You still got the value of all of the +1 counters. If you put a bunch of +1 counters on the Aspirant and they kill it, kind of feels bad. And then we have 2 copies of Ordained God of Worthy, and this card does so much more than you think. There is a lot of times where you want to throw it on the front. That's the main time. But if you're playing against one of these pesky pet decks, if you will, definitely try to get it on the backside, the Valkmia Protector Shield. A lot of people know what the Redain does, but just in case, let's go over this one. So Valkmia Protector Shield is 1 white, 3 colors for a legendary artifact. If a source an opponent controls would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent 1 of that damage. I mean, that alone is bonkers. And then, whenever another permanent you control becomes the target of a spell or an ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless its controller pays 1. So, I can't tell you the amount of times people will forget that part, and they'll try to target something with no mana open, and then you just win the game. Then, of course, we have our exile cards, if you will. 2 copies of Elite Spellbinder, which kind of exiles, but kind of doesn't. You know what I mean? That's there to just make sure if they have a board wipe or something like that, you get around it, or maybe an Ezekiel's Cherry, any of that. But Redain kind of slows that down too if you go ahead and throw that on the front side. So, you know, I don't know. I'm still play testing these. Who knows if one is better than the other in the current meta. And then 4 copies of Skyclave Apparition. I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times where I've won games because I go turn 1 something, turn 2 2 somethings, turn 3 Skyclave, swing, beat down. It's absolutely amazing. And then late game, if you start getting flooded and stuff, you're just pumping into the Paladin class. Every single part of this is amazing. Spells your opponent cast during your turn costing 1 more, definitely going to throw them off. The +1/+1 is always great. You always want an Anthem. But that level 3 is just a beast and can catch people off guard, and you just win for the +1/+1s and the double strike, even if you attack alone. Then we have our lands. We have 2 Cabrias takedowns. If you got to throw it as a land, do it early game, get it on the board as fast as possible. But it's one of our better removal spells in the game because with Spellbinder, they're going to cast it later. Portable Hole only hits, you know, so much, and Skyclave, they get a token back. So this just kind of just takes out anything your opponent has because you're usually going pretty wide. Then we have 4 copies of Faceless Haven just to finish getting in there, and 18 snow-covered plains. So the games are super, super fast, but that's how this deck runs. I wanted you to see all of my favorite games that there was. One of them is so fast, it's ridiculous. I think it's less than a minute, but we locked our opponent out so fast, there's nothing they could do. So without further ado, why don't we go ahead now and I show you exactly what I mean by this deck is blazing fast and just can take your opponent off guard. The Captain Amazing. We go first. Ooh, open hand, palette. Oh, this is 100% a keeper. This is like a dream draw here. Our opponent's mulliganing once. Let's see if they mulligan twice. What are we at? Down to 6. So we definitely play the open hand. Next turn, we're going to play the open hand into the Paladin class, into the Spellbinder. As of right now. I mean, the future could have other plans. So I think we still want to do this into the open hand. This causes them to not... I think I go Paladin class because it gives me more options later. This would have gotten 1 more token, but now they have to spend 3 mana or spend an extra mana to kill these on their turn. So yeah, if they have a land that comes into play tapped, or both lands if they want to Frostbite. There's the Innkeeper. They get their treasure. So I think it's in my best interest right here to... I don't know if I can double spell for sure doing it this way, but I want to see their hand. I think it's the safest bet. So yeah, so we'll get rid of the old gods. That's all it takes right there. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. My Sika Lamike. I got no idea. Hello, opponent. We go first. Okay, it's not bad, but not great. We need to not draw any more lands. 4 lands. Usher, Clarion Spirit ×2. I definitely need to lead with an Usher. I'm not double spelling anytime soon, it doesn't look like, but it's okay. Snarly. Okay. Eye Twitch. Okay. Throw the Faceless Haven. I don't think we're double spelling next turn. Let's go ahead and get in. Let's see what's happening. They're taking the trade. I have to come in. We got to be aggressive. What are they getting? Their land card. Environmental Science is always the play. We'll throw the Clarion Spirit. We'll get to this Redain. I don't think there's snow. I mean, maybe I wait, because if they're playing a bunch of pests... Yeah, maybe I wait till turn 4. I twitch. There we go. There we go. So let's throw out the snow-covered. We'll throw out the Paladin class. Oh, I did them in reverse order. Ah! Slow down. No attacks. End the turn. I don't want to get double blocked. And then next turn we can Redain on the backside. Protector Shield. I think they got a bunch of little 1/1s. There we go. So none of that's going to hurt. They have... Okay. That's good. Jaspera Sentinel. So we'll throw the land, we'll throw the Protector Shield out, and get in with all of them. Block there. Now they can attack with everything, and it doesn't do anything. They're 2 turns away if they run binding. None of that matters. Not right now, at least. They do some weird plum stuff later, they can. So I'll go Clarion Spirit into a second spell if I get a double spell. Otherwise, I'll probably end up pumping all of our creatures, getting them a little bigger. I could still do 2 manas. Dana, okay. So we can loot some life here, but not a okay. So we'll go with the Clarion Spirit. And then the other Paladin class. Get a whole bunch of tokens. And swing in with everything. Thank you. Good game. Oh, let's go. T-Bergs. T-Bergs, let's go. We got this, me and you. We go first. Ooh, open monk into monk. I'm going to keep it. I hope I hit another card for double spelling. We got at least the first monk. Please hit a 2-drop or a 1-drop. Or a 1-drop. I need another 1-drop. Oh. I think it's better to not attack or not to throw this right now, unfortunately. Oh, that hurts. I mean, at least we'll get there here. I need more low drops to do this. At least we have... Okay, that's good. So we'll kind of play this game. So we'll go with the Skyclave Apparition. Hope they don't have a way to pump or shoot it, because I mean they'll get a 2/2 generic back, whatever. Swing in. It's probably better for them to throw a creature than to kill the Skyclave, but they don't know that. Next turn we go Monk into Skyclave, take out whatever they have, just keep coming in. Then we'll have the Faceless Haven ready. There we go, Jorn. So we'll throw the land, we throw the Monk, we Skyclave Apparition the other Jorn, or the Jorn. And then we get in. As long as I get another spell, we can double spell again. Make these 3/3s. Oh, okay, we got a 2/4 up in here. Okay, there we go. So let's throw the Usher. And let's see what's in their hand. The Elite Spellbinder. See what you got. So I don't want to create little 1/1s. Distribute X +1/+1 counters. I don't care about. They can't cast that again. That's a sorcery, and they'll just be putting it on the 1. So let's get rid of this Planeswalker. And then we attack with these 2, so that 1 doesn't die. Go to 11, and then I think next turn I just come in for everything. Including the Faceless Haven. I think we're just coming in with everything. What can they do here? They can only throw that. I mean, they can't throw another one of those. They can put the counters on there. I don't care. So they block our biggest creature, which is a 3/3, and we 10 for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's just activate this. And let's just swing in. Doesn't have lifelink or anything like that. Just ends the game. Get some. Good game. Woo! Eldritch, 13. Well, could have had to have fought Eldritch 1 through 12. We go first. We have a monk into a paladin class, into a portable hull. I think I'm going to definitely be keeping this. We just need them to throw a turn 1 as well, so that we can actually do this. That's what we needed. So we'll go with this. I hope I hit another land, otherwise this is going to be awkward. So we throw the paladin class. The portable hull comes down, triggers this. We take out the Usher, and we swing in for 2. I literally need to hit an untapped land. Otherwise, this could be a little bad. Luminarch Aspirant. Okay, that's good for them. I need to land right here. Thank you, deck. That's what I'm talking about. On cue, taking it down. Swinging in. Next turn, we could do that again, just to really keep them off. Or we could use the takedown. Spellbinder. Well, it's no matter what, they're losing it. Probably the Skyclave. Yep. Oh, shoot. So we'll definitely be dealing damage to this. But then we'll throw the Code Spell Cleric. Let's make this monk really out of control. Maybe I should have put it on the Skyclave. We have another Skyclave, but it's many turns away. If we hit another land, or no, we have the land to turn this on. Redain coming down. Okay. I'll get their 2/2 back if I turn this on and attack. Trying to decide if it's better to attack with this, see if they take it, throw this out, and turn that on next turn. Yeah, let's do that. Let's attack with this. They'll probably take it. Get this out. End the turn. Loyal Warhound. They don't get any extra land. Do they have another spell? It's the Usher coming down. They're attacking, of course, because it has Vigilante. Let's see. Let's activate you. And they have to block pretty much everything. So we're just going in. All attackers. I think this is best for us. Their trades here. They're going to double trade that, eh? And we kill both. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what we do. We already had the win. Good game. Woo! Mr. Damn Batman. Well, let's see what kind of gadgets you got. Opponent goes first. We can lead off with a Luminarch into Usher into Luminarch, and then we have a whole bunch of fun stuff to follow it up as long as we hit another land. They go green, go. Here comes our Usher of the Fallen. It can take out the wolf. There's the werewolf. There's the other land, so we'll go with the Luminarch Aspirant. Pump the Usher, attack. They won't block next turn. They don't have snow. Oh, they do have snow, so we'll take that. Maybe they go land fight. Or creature fight. Werewolf pack leader fight. Do you have the fight spell? No? They have, So I'll take a hit from that. Because I think they have the Hexproof card. Snakeskin Veil. There's the hold. What do they got? What do you got? Snakeskin Veil, Ranger class, Faceless Haven, Chariot. They can have the Snakeskin Veil. We'll put the counter up top. No attacks. They better throw that Ranger class. Cool. Boom. Get it. Pump it again. I'll definitely take that block. We'll throw out the snow land. So they can Snakeskin Veil next turn or do that. They get to put a counter on that, and then we can't kill it. But it can't kill it now anyways, because it's number of things that we have. Yeah, let's Spellbinder. Swarm Shambler or Snakeskin Veil. I don't need the Snakeskin right now. The Snakeskin Veil. Let them have the Shambler, because I can eat the Shambler. I mean, kind of. Let's put the token up top again. No attacks and end the turn. I need to top deck an untapped land so I can Skyclave Apparition, maybe the Ranger class, and then take down this, because I'll need 3 creatures to do that. Are they coming in with the Faceless Haven? Yes, they are. So, no blocks this turn. I'm taking the hit. This is an instant. So as soon as I fire it up, Yeah. I like this. I like this. Oh, there we go. There we go. So now, go ahead and Skyclave Apparition. This stinking thing. 4 or 5. They need to hit another land to get that out. Next. We put the token on this now, because that lets us get in. And we end the turn. Chariot coming out. That resolves. Resolves. I can just take down the chariot. Oh, I need another. Oh, I can Skyclave Apparition it. We can just do this again. Because it won't have protection. So we are solid right now. Pass. No blocks. Pass. We take the turn. Ooh. I still want the takedown, I think. I think that's the play. So we definitely want to Skyclave Apparition. I'm going to take the chariot, and then that'll be 4, so I can still kill. Yeah, we take the chariot out. Next. We're just going all in on Spellbinder. Next. Swing in with the Spellbinder Elite. Boom, boom. Next. Boom. And I end the turn. Next turn, I double spell if I draw a spell with the Cold Spell Cleric. Otherwise, I got the takedown. They're putting a token on the Swarm Shambler. Okay. If they fire up the Faceless Haven, I don't think they can Snakeskin Veil. Resolves. Blizzard Brawl. Well, that's when we go ahead and we just kill it instead. Sorry, Batman. You get a 1/1 token. I'm fine with that. Batman. Batman. Call me the Joker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No blocks. Oh, shoot. So they can only block 1 anyways. So it'd be this. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'll throw the Paladin class. I'll power it up. I'll throw the Code Spell Cleric. Put it on the Spellbinder, and that is a game. Let's go. Woo! Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for Mono White 2022 Double Spell Aggro. And the name is almost longer than some of the games that we played. I don't see anything in this that's not safe to craft. Everything is a hard hitter. I mean, let's go over our rares real quick. You know, there's no feel bads on Paladin class. It's always going to be strong. Luminarch Aspirant, we already know, is super strong. Redain, always strong. Elite Spellbinder, Skyclave Apparition, and Faceless Haven. Craft this deck. Play this deck. Climb the ladder and get into Mythic. I almost guarantee it. If you do play this deck and you do climb very well, please come back and smash that subscribe button. It really, really helps us to build the channel and just get more and more content out to you. So the only changes I would do is, depending on the meta, I would manipulate the Elite Spellbinder or the Redain numbers. Maybe bring this to 3 and this to 1, this to 1 and this to 3, 4 and 0. Whatever you want to do, depending on the meta. I can't make up my mind yet, so I am running both. So thank you very much for watching. Once again, please check the description to find out how you can win some free stuff. Rate, review, and smash that subscribe button. And as always, until next time, have a blast in the arena.